Imagine a jagged Himalayan ridge, where China's excavators claw through radioactive dust to unearth rare earth elements. REEs, the invisible fuel powering billionaire empires from Silicon Valley to Shanghai penthouses. In 2025, as Elon Musk's starships launch and Jeff Bezos's yachts slice oceans, China's mountain trap on REEs is not just a mining saga, it's a chokehold on the tech wars fueling luxury lifestyles worldwide. With Bayan Obo, the world's largest REE mine, producing 69% of global supply, and export bans tightening like a vice on elite supply chains. Beijing wields these 17 metals: neodymium for Tesla EVs, dysprosium for wind-powered superyachts, terbium for laser-guided private jets as a geopolitical guillotine for the ultra-rich. These aren't just rocks, they're the trillion-dollar keys to semiconductors and smart mansions, stealth jets for billionaire escapes, and clean tech empires. As the U.S. scrambles with tariffs and Indo-Pacific alliances to free Western tycoons, a question looms: can billionaires like Musk break China's mountain strength? Or will the dragon's economic trap dictate luxury tech supremacy for decades? Ascend the peaks of power with us. China's mountain monopoly. From dust to billionaire dominance, China's grip on REEs began decades ago. But 2025 marks its zenith as the vault for global elites. The Bayan Obo mine in Inner Mongolia, a sprawling 48 square kilometers scar of opulence in the making, churns out 120,000 tons annually, over two-thirds of global resupply, bankrolling everything from Musk's gigafactories to Ambani's Mumbai skyscrapers. Since the 1990s, Beijing's state firms like China Northern Rare Earth have honed a machine: massive open-pit mines, acid-leaching refineries, and $2 billion in automated tech since 2020 per Xinhua Tech that ensures REEs flow to luxury EV fleets and AI-driven smart homes. Beyond Bayan Obo, smaller mines in Jiangxi and Sichuan feed a network processing 90% of the world's REEs into usable oxides and magnets. The secret sauce for billionaire gadgets, the game changer. April 2025 export curbs on 7 heavy REEs, for example, dysprosium, terbium, slashing global supply by 20% and spiking prices 50%, hitting harder than 2010's. Japan embargo now stalling Musk's Cybertruck lines and Bezos' wind turbine investments for his eco-yachts. China's BRICS partners, like India's Mukesh Ambani, get preferential quotas, cementing alliances among the world's top 1%. Critics call it economic warfare on the elite, but Beijing's state media touts self-reliance for sustainable luxury. With 35% of global reserves and veto power in trade talks, China's mountains aren't just mines, they're the fortress funding billionaire boardrooms. REEs in the peaks, the high-altitude jackpot for luxury icons. Deep in China's mountains lie REE-rich Orsbastensite and monazite packed with neodymium for EV motors in Rolls-Royce electrics, cerium for catalysts in private jet fuels, and yttrium for missile guidance in oligarch bunkers. Bayan Obo alone holds 37 million tons of proven reserves, enough to supply global billionaire demand for 50 years at current rates. Valued at $1.5 trillion, the hidden jackpot behind Musk's $250 billion Empire and Gates Green initiatives. Why the obsession among the ultra-wealthy? REEs are luxury's backbone. A single Tesla Plaid needs 10 kilograms of neodymium for blistering acceleration. On F-35 jet for billionaire security details, 420 kilograms total REEs. A 5G tower in a Monaco villa, 2 kilograms of terbium for seamless streaming. Land mining's edge, volume, and control for elite access. Geopolitical tech wars. Peaks versus ports for billionaire fortunes. China's mountain monopoly fuels a shadow war where REEs are the ammunition for billionaire arsenals. The U.S., stung by 2025's bans that threaten Musk's Mars dreams, counters with a May executive order boosting domestic mining $50 million for mountain pass upgrades and tariffs on Chinese REEs. 25% hike to protect American moguls. Biden's Indo-Pacific Economic Framework IPEF Inc. deals with Vietnam and Mongolia for re-exploration, challenging China's Himalayan grip and freeing up supply for West Coast venture kings. Japan, burned by 2010, invests 20 billion yuan in recycling tech to safeguard Toyota's luxury hybrids, while the EU's Critical Raw Materials Act, March 2025, funds 200 million euros for Greenland's REE deposits, eyeing Europe's old money elites. Yet, China's claws dig deep into global fortunes. Its 90% processing monopoly turning raw ores into magnet shokes rivals, with Q2 2025 seeing U.S. chipmakers, for example, NVIDIA, powering Zuckerberg's metaverse yachts, face 40% cost spikes for rebased components, delaying AI rollouts for elite VR escapes. Pentagon reports warn 85% of us REEs rely on Chinese refineries, echoing CSIS's supply chain hostage alert for defense contractors serving billionaire clients. India's BRICS hedging buying Chinese REEs for Adani's EV push tilts the board toward Eastern tycoons. As one luxury analyst on X notes, China's not just mining, it's weaponizing dependency for the 0.01%. The war's front, not ports, but peaks dictating who sails in Subiacs. Supply chain stranglehold. From ore to billionaire overlord China's genius is vertical integration. Bayan Obo's ores feed state-owned refineries like Shang Resources, producing 85% of global magnets, the engines of luxury, from BYD's Emperor sedans to Boeing's Gulfstream jets. In 2025, a single mine hauled 1,000 tons of ore yields enough neodymium for 50,000 EV motors, powering fleets for Saudi princes and Hollywood moguls. Post-processing, this chain, from pit to product, crushes competitors, U.S. firms like MP Materials, ship raw ore to China. Despite tariffs inadvertently fueling the dragon's luxury exports, tech fallout for the elite, Huawei's 6G prototypes. For secure billionaire comes and BYD's 3 million EVs in 2025 thrive on domestic REEs. While Apple's iPhone 16 delays Tim Cook's headache costs $2 billion, rippling to gadget-stuffed Malibu estates. Defense. China's J-2O jets embed mountain-sourced magnets, outpacing US F-35s, stalled by shortages leaving Western oligarchs vulnerable. Beijing's dual circulation strategy self-reliance, plus exports feeds Belt and Road allies, like Malaysia's new rehubs, where tycoons build gilded ports. The West's countermove. US IRA funds $75 million to China's aim for non-Chinese processing to empower homegrown billionaires. Environmental scars and future fault lines for elite legacies. The peaks cast dark shadows on billionaire playgrounds. Bayan Obo's thorium sludge taints 150,000 tons of soil yearly, with 2025 studies showing 20% crop yield drops nearby, wetting the organic farms of Davos attendees. China's eco-mining claims $1 billion for waste treatment face skepticism as Amnesty reports worker exposures. A PR nightmare for ESG-obsessed funds, like BlackRock's. Globally, 42 nations led by Canada push WTO complaints over China's bans, citing trade distortion that hikes costs for green luxury like carbon-neutral villas. Future, by 2030, China's RE output could hit 300,000 tons if automation scales. Per state plans, solidifying Beijing as the kingmaker for next-gen tycoons. US-led Quad with Australia tests Mongolian mines to diversify for Western heirs. But China's $15 billion refund ensures dominance, funding everything from orbital hotels to diamond-encrusted EVs. Alternatives: urban mining from e-waste in billionaire garages. Synthetic res are decades off, too slow for impatient empires. The fault line, luxury hunger versus ecological ruin, with China's trap favoring gilded growth over green guilt. Ending peaks that could crush your crown billionaire dreams. China's mountain trap on REEs isn't, just mining it's the dragon's jaws on luxury tech's throat, squeezing EVs for Monaco rallies, AI for smart palaces, and arms races for private fortresses. From Bayan Obo's radioactive pits to global supply chains bankrolling the Forbes 400, Beijing's 2025 maneuvers lock in a monopoly that could bury Western billionaire ambitions or elevate Eastern ones to new heights. Yet, as tariffs and green mining rise, cracks emerge. Will global alliances loosen the trap for a multipolar elite? Or will the peaks entomb rivals in dependency? The mountains roar of empires built on element sand, the billionaires who crave them. If this high-altitude power play grips your inner mogul, like the thought, drop your billionaire strategy in the comments, and subscribe to unearth more secrets, fueling global luxury battles.